Good evening. When we first started solving equations, we just were solving them by inspection, kind of looking at them, making sense of them, and picking an answer that just made sense. Then we added in inverse operations and doing the same thing to both sides of the equation. We're going to continue using inverse operations today to solve multi-step equations. Probably a quicker and easier way to do multi-step equations than inspection. So let's show you what I mean. We're going to do several examples here. We're going to solve these and we're going to check our work. So here's what we're going to do. We want to get x by itself. The first thing I want to do is get rid of that 5. So what we're going to do is rewrite the equation, and I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. 3x plus 5 minus 5 is 3x, and 50 minus 5 is 45. Then I can just divide both sides by 3, and I'll have x by itself. 3x divided by 3 is x, and 45 divided by 3 is 15. And that's our answer. So if we want to check our work, we just take our answer, put it back into the equation. 3 times 15 is 45, and 45 plus 5 is 50. It's as easy as that to check your work. That's a great thing about algebra is we should always know whether we've got the right answer or not. Of course, you have to actually be able to do pre-algebra skills like order of operations. So multiplication comes before addition. All right, next one. I want to get x by itself. First thing I want to do is get rid of that negative 12. And here's how I'm going to do it. Get the original equation here, 4x minus 12 equals 60. And I'm going to add 12 to both sides. 4x minus 12 plus 12 is 4x. 60 plus 12 is 72. And lastly, we'll just divide both sides by 4. And that tells us that x is 18. To check our answer, we'll just plug it back into the equation. 4 times 18 is 72, and 72 minus 12 is 60. Let's keep going. Okay, we got 30n plus 22 is 292. Okay, I want to get rid of that 22. So, how do I do that? I simply subtract 22 from both sides. At this point, I'm combining like terms on the left. 22 minus 22 is 0, so all we have left is 30n. And on the right, 292 minus 22 is 270. Now we'll divide both sides by 30. And really, we should just look at this as 27 divided by 3, guys. The zeros, ignore it. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay, and we can check our answer the same way. 30 times 9 is 270. 270 plus 22 is 292. Now we get division over here, but we still, to get x by itself, we still want to get rid of that 4 first. So here we go. Got x plus 5 plus 4, and I've got 13. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. X over 5 plus 4 minus 4 is x over 5. 13 minus 4 is 9. Now at this point, to solve this equation, I want to get rid of this 5. X is being divided by 5. The opposite of dividing something by 5 is multiplying it by 5. So I'm going to multiply by 5. The 5's cancel out right there and leave us with x. And on the right, we've got 9 times 5 is 45. Let's check our answer. 45 divided by 5 is 9, and 9 plus 4 is 13. The answer works. It means it is a solution. We're done. All right, a couple more. We really want to hammer this home today. You've done a lot of this in past classes, and hopefully I'm not throwing too much at you, but I am going to repeatedly show you how I would expect you to show your work. All right, I want to get x by itself. I want to get rid of this 17 first. So I'm going to subtract 17 from both sides like this. Subtract 17, subtract 17. Now here's the thing. We are running into issues where we've got positive and negative numbers here for the first time. Whoops. This should be negative 2x, shouldn't it? Okay, so negative 2x plus 17 minus 17 is negative 2x. Then we're going to divide both sides by not positive 2, but negative 2. Okay. Negative 2x divided by negative 2 is x. And negative 14 divided by negative 2 is not negative 7. It is positive 7. We really don't need that positive sign, so we'll just erase it. Okay, you can see what a big deal it is leaving that negative off right there. It's almost like I did that on purpose, but not really. All right, here's another one. I want to get m by itself, so let's start by getting rid of this negative 1.5. There's my two sides of my equation. I'm going to add 1.5 to both sides. 3m minus 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3m. 4.2 plus 1.5 is 5.7. I'll divide both sides by 3. Okay, 57 divided by 3 is 19, so 5.7 divided by 3 should be 1.9. Try not to be so reliant on a calculator, even though I just got it wrong there, but I'm gonna fix that. Okay, 1.9. We make mistakes, but we just have to catch them and learn from them. 2 more, and then we'll do that last story problem. Okay, now we've got a couple x's, or x's appearing twice here. We need to fix that. Let's simplify the left side by combining like terms. We can take these x's, the 4x's and the 1x, and make it 5x. So we've simplified the equation a little bit, and now it's more similar to the equations we just solved. So simplify both sides before you actually start solving the equation by using inverse operations. Now we'll use inverse operations. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides so I can get 5x by itself. 5x equals 90. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 5 so I can get x by itself. 18. Okay. 4 times 18 is 72. Plus 10 is 82. Plus 18 is 100. It gets a little bit tougher to check these, but it does work out. 72 plus 10 is 82. Plus 18 is 100. All right, same thing over here. Actually, I got one little mistake there. I got to fix on h, and that is that I don't want a plus sign right there. Let's make that an equal sign. Okay, make that an equal sign. That's what I meant it to be. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. And then we're going to combine like terms. We got a 7x and a negative x. 7x minus x is 6x. So on the left side, we've got 6x minus 12 equals 24. I want to get 6x by itself first, so I'm going to add 12 to both sides. That'll give me 6x equals 36. And I'll divide both sides by 6. X equals 6. Definitely should plug that back in and check your answers. A computer repair shop charges $40 per hour plus the cost of parts. If a repair bill of $125 includes $35 in parts, then how long did the repair shop work on the computer? Solve this equation to find the answer. I didn't give you the equation. Here it is. $40 per hour plus $35 is going to equal $125 that they got charged. We're going to express our answer in both decimal form and in hours and minutes. Okay, so let's solve it first by subtracting 35 from both sides. So 40x equals 90. And then we're going to divide both sides by 40. And we're going to get x equals 2.25, which is 2.25 hours that the repair shop worked on the computer. 2.25 hours. So there it is as a decimal. as a hours and minutes, it's obviously 2 full hours that they worked, and then 0.25 of an hour, a quarter of an hour, a quarter of 60 minutes. That is 15 minutes. One more time. 0.25 of an hour is a quarter of an hour. A quarter of 60 minutes is 15 minutes. So that's 2 hours and 15 minutes. Two different ways to express the answer. This probably makes more sense to people, 2 hours and 15 minutes. All right, so we did a lot of examples of solving multi-step equations today, and we also used a real-world example. Try and show your work like my work on the problem sets. Have a great night.